You know what hurts the most about betrayal? It's not when strangers hurt you. It's when the person who promised to protect you becomes the one who destroys you. 3 years ago, I almost died giving birth to our daughter, and while I was laying in a hospital bed, weak, bleeding, terrified, my husband was in the hallway, laughing with another woman. I didn't know it then, but the man I trusted with my life was already planning how to replace me. What he didn't know was that the woman he thought he broke was about to ruin everything he ever loved. My name is Elena, and for 7 years, I thought I had the perfect marriage. Daniel was charming, successful, confident, the kind of man everyone admired. We met when I was 24. I was working 2 jobs while finishing nursing school. He made me feel safe, like I finally didn't have to struggle anymore. And honestly, after growing up with an abusive father, that feeling was addictive. Daniel knew exactly how to love me in the beginning. Flowers every Friday, late-night drives, random kisses on my forehead. He remembered every tiny detail about me. Or at least, that's what I thought. Because looking back now, I realize he wasn't loving me. He was studying me, learning my weaknesses, learning how much pain I could tolerate before breaking. And slowly, without me noticing, he isolated me from everyone. My best friend? She's jealous of us. My mother? She's too controlling. My coworkers? They don't want to see you happy. One by one, I lost everyone until Daniel became my entire world. And that was exactly what he wanted. The first red flag came after I got pregnant. Daniel changed overnight. He stopped touching me, stopped complimenting me, started criticizing everything, my weight, my clothes, my emotions. If I cried, he called me dramatic. If I asked for affection, he called me needy. And when I was 7 months pregnant, I found lipstick on his shirt, bright red. Not my shade. I remember standing there in the laundry room, holding that shirt, trying to convince myself I was overthinking, because deep down, I already knew. But sometimes the truth is so painful, your brain refuses to accept it. When I confronted him, he laughed, actually laughed. Then he grabbed my face and said, "You should be grateful someone still wants you looking like this." That sentence destroyed something inside me, but I stayed because I was pregnant, scared, alone, and women in survival mode don't think clearly. They just try to make it to tomorrow. The day I gave birth was the worst day of my life, not because of the pain, because of what I discovered afterward. I had complications during labor, severe bleeding. At one point, doctors rushed into the room, and I genuinely thought I was dying. And do you know where Daniel was? Missing. For nearly 2 hours. When he finally came back, he smelled like perfume, not hospital sanitizer, not stress, perfume. And his phone kept buzzing. I saw a message flash across the screen. Did she survive? I froze. The contact name was saved as Vanessa. My entire body went cold. While I was fighting for my life, my husband was updating his mistress, like I was some inconvenience, like I was an obstacle. That night, while he slept beside me in the hospital chair, I unlocked his phone, and what I found destroyed me. Photos, hotel bookings, videos, messages. But one message changed everything. Vanessa wrote, "Once she's gone, we can finally be together." And Daniel replied, "Soon, soon, not never, not you're crazy, soon." I couldn't breathe. I stared at our newborn daughter sleeping beside me and realized something terrifying. I was not safe around my husband. Most people think revenge happens in one explosive moment. No, real revenge is quiet, patient, calculated. And after that night, I stopped being a victim. I started preparing. First, I gathered evidence, every text, every bank transfer, every cheating receipt. Then I discovered something even worse. Daniel had been moving money into secret accounts, using my name, tax fraud, hidden debt, fake business expenses. If he got caught, I would go down with him. That's when fear turned into rage, and rage turned into focus. For 6 months, I pretended everything was normal. I smiled, cooked dinner, played the perfect wife, while secretly building the case that would destroy him. I contacted a lawyer, then a forensic accountant. Then I reached out to Vanessa. Yes, the mistress. Because women like her always think they're special until they realize they're just the next victim. And guess what? Daniel was cheating on her too, the moment Vanessa found out. She switched sides instantly. Now I had screenshots, financial records, voice recordings, everything. And Daniel had no idea. Every day he came home arrogant, thinking he controlled me. Meanwhile, I was loading the weapon that would end his entire empire. Daniel loved attention, so I decided to destroy him publicly. He was hosting a massive business anniversary party, over 200 guests, investors, friends, family. He spent weeks preparing for it, and on the night of the event, he stood on stage smiling like a king, talking about loyalty, family, success. The irony almost made me laugh. Then he invited me on stage. Big mistake. I walked up beside him, holding our daughter in one arm and a flash drive in the other. I took the microphone and said, "Before we celebrate Daniel, I think everyone deserves to know who he really is." The room went silent. Daniel's smile disappeared instantly. Then the projector behind us turned on, and everything played. The messages, the hotel footage, the financial fraud, the recordings. Gasps filled the room. People started whispering. Some walked out immediately. Daniel grabbed my arm and whispered, "What the hell are you doing?" And for the first time in years, I looked him directly in the eyes without fear. Then I said, "Surviving." Security escorted him out of his own event, not me. By morning, his investors pulled out. By afternoon, his company accounts were frozen. By the next week, he was under investigation. And Vanessa? She testified against him too. The man who thought he was untouchable lost everything in 7 days. A year later, I moved into a small apartment with my daughter. No mansion, no luxury cars, no fake perfect marriage, just peace. And honestly, peace is worth more than anything money can buy. I went back to nursing, started therapy, rebuilt my relationship with my mother, and for the first time in my life, I stopped confusing love with control. Sometimes people ask me if I regret exposing Daniel. No, because monsters survive in silence, and the moment victims stop being afraid, their power disappears. Daniel tried to make me feel weak, broken, replaceable. But in the end, the woman he underestimated became the reason his entire world collapsed. If you've ever been betrayed, lied to, or made to feel worthless, remember this. Some people will mistake your kindness for weakness. Let them. Because nothing is more dangerous than a person who finally stops being afraid. If this story shocked you, subscribe for more betrayal and revenge stories every week, and comment below. What would you have done in her place?